guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day as usual. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out all of the products that I purchased from my recent Sephora VIB sale haul. Now, I do have a disclaimer for you guys. There were a couple of products that I cheated a little bit and I tested them out and I did not like them, so because of that I ended up returning them to the store. So as we get to those products, I will tell you what I returned and I will tell you why. So without further ado, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button, and if you want to get ready with me using products I picked up from the recent Sephora sale, then keep watching. Okay guys, we are going to start with a blank canvas. The first thing I'm going to apply to my skin is this primer that I picked up. This is by Tarte. This is the Poreless Mattifying Primer. I have a very oily T-zone and I have a lot of pronounced pores. This primer is amazing. This was definitely a repurchase for me. What I like to do is I like to apply a little bit to my fingers, and you can see it's like a silicone jelly formula. And then I am just going to apply it to the places on my skin that either have fine lines or pores, and you're going to see it's just going to blur them out. Now, when I used to put primer on, I would just rub it in. And I actually had a subscriber tell me that it is better to dab it in. So thank you guys all so much for your feedback, because keep in mind, I am not a makeup artist. I just love makeup and I love to share it with you. So I definitely am not the best when it comes to techniques, but I love sharing products that I love. Okay, so I have it on my skin and you can see that it has already started to cancel out some of my pores and fine lines, and trust me, I am getting older, so I definitely need all the help I can get. Alright, now let's move on to foundation. So you guys might recall that I purchased the Dior Forever Face and Body Foundation. I have to be honest, I tried that on my skin and I will put a screenshot up so you can see. I don't know what it was about my skin, but it just didn't like it. I have pretty oily skin and that was a little bit of a thinner texture, so I thought it would work well, but it just started breaking apart for me. Now here's the thing, a lot of people love that foundation. So foundations are very personal, just like any other makeup product, but that did not work for me. So because of that, I returned it and I ended up exchanging it for one of my favorites. So this is a repurchase, the YSL All Hours Foundation. This was $58, which is expensive, I know, but you guys, I love it. Between this and the Dior Forever Foundation, I love it. So it comes with a pump, and I pump it onto a brush, paint it on my face, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I got a brand new beauty blender. How pretty is this? And I dampen the beauty blender and you just dab it into your skin. There is nothing better than a beauty blender. It just makes your foundation go on so flawless. Now I found that if I ever use a tinted moisturizer, I like to use more of a brush, but when I use the foundation, I just feel that it goes on so nice and seamless when I apply it with a beauty sponge. And what I like to do is take the foundation down my neck a little bit just to make sure there's no line of demarcation. Keep in mind, one thing I have noticed, as much as I love this foundation, it does oxidize a little bit, so it will start to turn just a tad darker. So you have to be really good about blending it, but this just gives such a nice coverage. Okay, so as far as concealer, I don't have a new one that I purchased from Sephora, but I do have a new one that I purchased from Ulta, and of course it is the Tarte Shape Tape. I love this concealer so much. It is my favorite. It just, nothing in my mind conceals as well as this. So I get it in light medium, and then I put it down the center, and then I put it a little bit on like my age spots. Okay, and then I go in with that same beauty sponge and dab it in. And the reason I love the beauty blender so much is I love that it has the pointed tip. So when you are dabbing in and blending in concealer, it just fits under the eye perfectly. So also what I do is I take any leftovers and I apply it to my lid, and what that's going to do is just help to cancel out any veins or redness or discoloration. I have this Huda Beauty. This right here is in Pound Cake, and it is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. You can see it here. I actually cut the net off. And then what you can do is just go in with a beauty sponge, and you can bake with it, and this powder is so good. It's so good. But I apply it under my eyes, and then this is just a personal preference. I apply it on my fine lines as well. It's kind of going everywhere, but this is a really, really good powder. And like I said, some of these products I ended up purchasing after my haul as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that sit. Now let me go ahead and do my eyebrows. This is the one area I don't think that I made a purchase in, because recently in a haul not too long ago I picked up this Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. I love this stuff, you guys. Now this is going to be good if you don't want like a strong brow. Like you can see I already have pretty full kind of bushy eyebrows, but they are not like the most even. I definitely have a few bald spots here and there, so I like this powder because I can just go in, fill in some of those bald spots, but yet still keep that natural looking brow, because you guys know I have mentioned it before, I don't like it when brows are like really pronounced. Like it just doesn't look great on me. Some people it looks amazing on, but for me, not so much. Okay, so that's it. That's all I really do. Okay, now I have to tell you, as far as eyes, I purchased 2 products as far as shadow goes. You know how much I love the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. I picked up a repurchase in Oyster Pearl. I'm not going to use this today because I have used this in other tutorials, but what I'm going to use today is this Natasha Denona Glam palette. Now I did cheat a little bit and I used this already, and this is so great. It has a lot of like really nice cool tones if you're into that. It has some really pretty shimmers, and let me just show you. Like look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So what I'm gonna do is, the thing I like about this palette that is nice, she, on each and every one of the shades, she will state what it's for, whether it's for the crease, the inner corner, the outer corner, you know, the lash line. So I really, really love that. But you don't have to, you know, follow these directions. That's the thing about makeup. You can kind of do whatever you want. I am going to start with a fluffy brush, and I love the Morphe M441, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It doesn't have a color, but it's kind of like a light tan, and I'm going to use this as a transition. So I'm just going to start to apply that to my crease. And the nice thing about having the powder here is it's going to kind of catch any fallout. Alright, and again, I've told you guys before, like as far as eye looks, I am not into anything too fancy, which is one of the reasons I love the Eyes to Mesmerize. I just want something that's going to be like really easy. Okay, so I put that in the crease, and then what I want to do, that's a transition shade, but then I'm also going to put this shade right here, and this says this goes in your crease, and I'm just going to start in the outer corner and then just kind of fluff it in, and you just keep blending. And the thing that I like about these Natasha Denona shadows, they are very pigmented, but I don't notice a ton of fallout on my eye. Of course, when you put your brush in the pan, you can see there is a little bit of fallout, but when you put it on your eyes, there's not much. It's pigmented, and I like the fact that it blends well. So you can see I have a nice transition shade in the crease. It's nice and blended. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Smoke, and like I said, you do not have to do it this way. You can follow what she says, but what I like to do is take a little bit of a darker shade, tap a little in the outer corner, and see what I'm doing, how I'm tapping, but yet I'm just kind of blending a little bit. You want the darker colors to kind of be on the outside, and I like it to be really, really simple and easy, and you just want to keep blending. Okay, so you see what I've kind of done there? It's all like blending kind of really nicely. Again, I want an easy look, and you can make this as complicated as you want, but I like it easy. So now I'm going to go in with this shade. This is a center eyelid shade. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. I'm going to just apply that. Do you see how pretty that is? But I actually take it a little to my inner corner as well. That is so pigmented. If you really, really want to step it up, you can spray your brush. But I don't really feel like you need to do that because it's already so pigmented. Okay, and then after I put that on, I'm going to go back in with my brush and I'm just going to kind of blend a little more because we don't want there to be like any harsh lines or anything like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to go in with a little tiny smudger brush, and I don't usually wear eyeliner, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's for your lash line, and what I'm going to do, oh, that's another thing about this palette, it has a really nice mirror. I am just going to tap a little on my lash line, and this is really going to make your eyes stand out and make them pop. Okay, so see that there? Really, really nice, like easy eye look. Okay, so I will go in with like an inner corner highlight, but I'm going to wait just a little bit because I want to wipe the powder away. I like to wipe the powder away before I go in with mascara. All right, this was not a purchase this time around, but I did buy this a couple weeks ago. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Perfecting Veil. This is a favorite of mine. I have it in light to medium, and I love this for an all-over face powder. So I take a large powder brush and I use this to brush away the powder. But see, it just gives you a nice finish. Alright, now speaking of powder, you guys might recall that I did purchase the meteorites, the Grwm meteorites. I have to say, when I swatched that in my haul video, it did nothing for me. Like, it was supposed to be either an all-over face powder or, you know, you can put it on the high points of your cheekbones. But you guys, for the price, it was $68. I was like, no, this is not doing anything for me. So I returned it. And like I said, I have no problem with returning makeup, especially if it's expensive and it doesn't do what I was expecting it to do. So now let's go in with mascara. I went ahead and I purchased two. The Bad Gal Bang, you guys have seen me use this 100 times. This is one of my favorites. But for today's video, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. It came in this really pretty packaging. This is like that cherry collection, but how pretty is this blue? So what I like to do is I like to curl my lashes with an eyelash curler, and I am looking every year. I like to buy a new eyelash curler, and I think it might be Ulta is the one that has these. You see how it has like the sparkles, the rhinestones on it, and I'm looking for a new one this year, but I haven't seen it yet. So if you guys have seen it, let me know. Alright, so what this is going to do is really make your lashes fluffy and voluminous. It's not going to make them as long as this one, but it'll make them nice and fluffy. So let's go ahead and apply this, and you can see this brush is really, really nice and fluffy. And I like to just kind of hold it, start at the root, and just kind of wiggle. But you know what I might do is use both mascaras today. I'll start by using this one, and then what we'll do for a second coat, we'll go in and we'll see how these pair together. But you guys, I have to say, this Velvet Noir, it used to be one of my favorite mascaras, but honestly, ever since I started using this one, like, other mascaras just don't seem to compare. So even this one, I like it, but it's not blowing me away like the Bad Gal Bang, and you'll see what I mean. So once this dries, I'll go in and I'll apply another coat using the Bad Gal Bang. And you'll see how that's just going to amplify the look. So not bad, but not as good as I would like. Okay, so let's go back into the Natasha Denona palette, and there is a shade in here for your inner corner. So now what I like to do is I like to take a little brush. This is another Morphe brush, the M321. These are great brushes and they're really affordable. And I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. If you don't have to do this, you can also use like a highlighter. And then there is one on here that is for the brow bone, right here for the brow bone. So I'm going to take the same brush and we're just going to pop a little bit on the brow bone, and what this is going to do, just a tiny bit, is just going to lift the brows just a little bit. Okay, now let's move on to bronzer. Yet another product that I have to tell you I returned. So I ended up buying the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in tan. You guys, that, I don't know who I was kidding. I don't know how tan I thought I was, but that was way too dark, and I tested it out and it was $55, so I returned it. But you guys might recall that I did purchase another one of these Tantastic bronzers, which is one of my favorite, and they're on sale. So I'm sorry to say that I returned that Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of people really, really love it, but for me, the shade I got was just too dark. Alright, so we're going to use the Tantastic. This is just a really, really nice color. And I found that with a lot of bronzers, it'll bunch up on your face, and this does not do that. So I apply it to the outer perimeter, the forehead, and it's going to just give me a nice bronzy glow. Okay. Alright, so now let's go in with another coat. Okay, so you guys see my mascara right now. It's not bad. My lashes are fluffy, but watch when I apply the Bad Gal Bang how much of a difference it makes. So I think it's the wand. The wand is a plastic wand. It really grabs onto those lashes. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wiggle, go on the root and then wiggle it. And it really causes them to just like stand up. So look right there, you see that eye compared to that eye? It's a huge difference in my opinion. Oh no. Okay, so you see what I did there? What you want to do, don't panic. You want to wait. Do not, if you get mascara on your face, do not try to wipe it away because it will smudge. I'm going to wait and I'm going to let it dry, and then you can take a Q-tip or your fingertip and just kind of like wipe it away. So let's just hold off. But let's look at the lashes. You see how it just really is very voluminous. Okay, let's go in with a blush. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush. This is the blush trio in Peachy Love. So I'm going to use this shade right here. This is a really, really pretty tone, especially for fall. Oh, so pigmented. I really, really like that. Okay, now for highlighter. You guys know how much I love highlighters, and I really, really like this new one. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. Now, keep in mind, this is really, really packed in here. So when I dig my finger in it, you can see like how pigmented it is right there. It's really nice and glowy, but it also depends on what brush you use. So I have a couple different brushes here. I have the Anastasia A23, I have the Morphe, but honestly the brush that I found that has worked the best with this is this Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35. So what I'll do is just put it in there, and then look at the nice, you see that glow? Oh my goodness, so pretty. I really, really like this formula. And this is one of those that it's buildable. So of course it's really glowy and nice, but you can keep it natural if you want to, but I think that is just so pretty. And I have to be careful because I can have a tendency, as you know, to go overboard with highlights, but this is a good one. A really, really good purchase. I'm happy that I made it. Okay, now let's do lips. Alright, so as far as lips are concerned, I did pick up another product. I'm not really sure how I like it. I'm not really sure if it was worth it, but I have to say I think it was the packaging that got me. Hold on, let me go ahead and try to wipe this. Okay, so see, it was dry and I can just wipe it away, so now my makeup is okay. Alright, okay, so what I like to do, first I'm going to go in with a lip liner. This is the Sephora lip liner. I like these gel formulas. This is in the Nudist. And this is a great liner. I love this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I picked this up. It is a balm, but look at the packaging. It's like beautiful and iridescent. It's by Huda Beauty. I got it in Dirty Thoughts. So it's essentially just like a lip balm, and it has like a little bit of shimmer. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think it was kind of a waste of money, and I think I was in the store and I was suckered by the packaging, but it's okay. I'll use this today. But you can see as I put it on, I just literally have like chunks of glitter that are like sticking to my lips. So I don't think I would recommend this. I like the packaging, but that's about it. So I do have a new lipstick shade. So I love these little Grwm lipstick cases, and I have this shade right here, SK1. It's a pretty mauve. So let me just show you what it looks like. You can see that on my hand there, really pretty. Very creamy. And you can see it's like a nice peachy. Peachy mauve tone. And the final step, I picked up, you guys know that I love the all-nighter setting spray, and I picked up this, but everyone was talking about the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and they're like, if you think that this is the best, you have to try this. So it was like the last day of the sale, and I was like, okay, I'll have to try this. So let's see. This is the first time I'm testing this out. Oh, it comes in this beautiful, beautiful bottle. So it says, party all night, stay all day, no melting, no fading, no creasing. Hold 6 to 8 inches away and mist over entire face. Okay. It smells nice, and it's a really nice mister. Oh, I like that. Okay, oh, that's really nice. I like that. It's important to have a nice mister, and that kind of went all over. I like that. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I purchased 2 perfumes. I got the Gucci Bloom Profuma di Fiori. This is very similar to the regular Gucci Bloom, so I'm not going to try this out today. Instead, I'm going to try out the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, which I do have to say, when I went into Sephora, you guys might recall that I really wanted to get the Bitter Peach. So I went to Sephora, I smelled it, not for me. Like, perfume, like I said, is definitely a personal scent. I smelled it and I don't know what it was, but I love citrusy, like fruity scents, but I did not care for that. So I'm really happy that I didn't end up buying it online, and I'm happy I smelled it first. So this one, they had a travel size, and this is one of those, when you first smell it, you're kind of like, and some people are saying it smells a little like cough syrup, but I feel like it has like a little hint of vanilla. So it smells like cherry and vanilla, and I like it. I mean, I don't know that I want to say it's my favorite scent in the world, because you know it's not Chanel Gardenia, but it smells nice. If you like cherry and you like vanilla, try this out. It's very strong. I definitely think it smells better when you spray it on yourself as opposed to spraying it from the bottle. So check these out. But again, you know, fragrances, like I've said, are very personal, and, you know, and it all depends on what you like. So there you have it, guys. That is the final easy makeup look. Again, I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to show you some of those items that I returned, but I just was not going to waste the money. I do have a couple other updates. You guys know that I bought the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's the Magic Night Cream. I have been loving that. Like, it makes my skin feel so smooth. Now, I do want to say that when you apply it to your face, it does feel like you're putting Vaseline on your face, so you don't need a lot, but when you wake up that next morning, your skin feels so smooth. So definitely check that out. But I'm really happy with all the products. If I could recommend a couple things, that I would definitely say the highlighter is amazing. The foundation is my favorite. If you're gonna pick a mascara, definitely go with the Bad Gal Bang. There is nothing like this mascara. And then so far, I'm really like, I'll have to give you more of an update on this, but I like the mister. I like how it went on my face, and it seems to have like a really nice finish. So like usual, I'll be sure to link everything down below. Oh, and I would highly, if you're into cool tones, I would definitely recommend the Natasha Denona palette. It was $65, which, you know, her shadows or her palettes are usually expensive, but this was a great deal. I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. So like usual, I'll be sure to link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch, and stay tuned. I also did purchase a lipstick, and it is a very, I cannot believe I bought this lipstick, but I purchased a Christian Louboutin lipstick, and I plan on doing a dedicated video for you guys on that lipstick, like swatching it, trying it out, telling you a little bit about it. We're gonna unbox it together. I've never spent that kind of money on a lipstick, but you know, it was like coming down to the wire of the Sephora sale. I'm like, I'm gonna do something naughty. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna treat myself to something that I wouldn't normally buy as far as makeup is concerned. And then that lipstick came in, so stay tuned for that. So if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button, and I'd love to have you follow me on Instagram as well. Have a wonderful day, you guys, and I will see you in my next video.